Hello students, this is Professor Sudarshan Pawar from Tuldaram Chaturchand College, Baramati. Today we are going to discuss about breach of contract and remedies over the breach of contract. Parties to a contract are expected to perform their respective obligations. If any party fails to perform his obligation, there takes place a breach of contract. A breach of contract operates as a discharge of that particular contract. Breach of contract means failure of the party to perform his or her part of obligation under that particular contract. The breach of contract may be actual or anticipatory. So, there are two types of breach of contract: the anticipatory breach of contract and actual breach of contract. Anticipatory breach of contract is a breach of contract occurring before the time fixed for performance has arrived, and actual breach of contract means actual breach occurs when a party fails to perform his obligation upon the date and time fixed for performance of that particular contract. On actual breach, the affected party can sue the party in default for damages or breach of that particular contract. So, students, we are going to discuss about the remedies overcome the breach of contract. So, first remedy for breach of contract, that is suit for specific performance. By specific performance, the court directs the party committing the breach of contract to perform the promise according to the terms of that particular contract. So, specific performance of that contract can be granted under the Specific Relief Act 1877. Second point is suit for injunction. An injunction is an order of the court directing a person to do or refrain from doing some act which is the subject matter of that contract or of that particular contract, and which a party undertakes to do or not to do. In case of breach of contract, the court can on a suit restrain a party by an order of injunction from committing the breach. The power of the court to grant injunction is discretionary and may be granted for a temporary or an indefinite period. An injunction is therefore used as a means of enforcing a contract or a promise or forbidding the party from committing a breach. Third point is suit for damages for the loss sustained. In the case of a breach of contract, injured party can claim damages for the loss caused by a breach of contract. Damages are given by way of restitution and as a money compensation to the injured party. The aggrieved party can be recover the actual loss caused to him by the breach of contract and not the exemplary or unusual damages. Exemplary or remote damages can be recovered in the case of a breach of the promise of marriage, where the courts have regard to the feeling of that aggrieved party. And last point in the remedies, that is quantum merit. Quantum merit means as much as earned or deserved, or as much as is merited. A person can under certain circumstances claim payment for the work done or goods supplied without any contract or under a contract which is discharged by the breach of the other party. Under quantum merit, the damages can be measured by taking into account the value of so much as has already been done. Compensation is usually at the market price of the goods supplied, where a building contractor does extra work over and above the work mentioned in the contract, he would be entitled to be paid at the above the work mentioned in that particular contract, paid at the market rate for such extra work. However, quantum merit can be awarded only if the contract does not provide a fixed price or a consideration for the work done. So this is the breach of contract and remedies. So students, we will see in the next video, that is a part of damages. So thank you so much.